I'm running late and I need to be out of this house ASAP. It's super cold. I'm sure you can see. Oh my god, this is the coldest we've had this fall. Look at this. I know someone that said winter was her favorite season. Remember when I used to work at CMS? Yeah, there was one lady. She loved winter. So when the last time I was still working there, when it was winter, she was so excited. She was like, everyone is already wearing jackets. Like, why are they wearing jackets? Enjoy this breeze, the coolness, enjoy it, blah blah. Like, are you kidding me? You should have seen what I wore. Like socks, jackets, muffin.
Muffin.
I'll be mufflers.
Muffin club.
Yeah, like I was fully kitted. And now I can't believe we're back to that season. I was having a chat the other day with my colleagues at work, and then they said, I forgot what we're talking about, but we're talking about, I can't remember, but we're talking about wars and things like that. And then I said cutlass. And they didn't understand what I meant by cutlass. So I was like, cutlass, like, it didn't even occur to me to say machete for whatever reason. Because in Nigeria, you
say what?
To say machete. Because like it didn't even occur to me to say machete, and I just kept saying cutlass, and everyone was like cutlass. So it was late. I was like cutlass. I was like, okay, machete. Then I got the gist. But like it took, those very weird few minutes when everyone is lost in communication. So yeah. So that was why I think it was after that experience I left a post on the blog about communication at work, because like those are some things that those are some challenges that you could face as an immigrant. You're used to speaking a certain way, and then you have to relocate and learn to communicate how they would love to communicate. You can't relocate and then expect people to speak how you speak at home, because you're not at home anymore, right? Oh, and then I also remember when I was still in school, we were having a chat and we were discussing and everything, and then I was like, so I can't remember what I was talking about, and I was like, so give me your complimentary card, and everyone was lost. They didn't know what I was talking about. So I was like, complimentary card, like, how would you understand what compliment? I was like, complimentary card? I was like, complimentary card you use for work? Everyone was like, compliment, like the entire table, the table where we used to sit on, were like 20 people on that table, and 20 of them didn't understand what I meant by complimentary card. So I felt stupid and started having a little bit of low self-esteem. But later, by the time I explained and everything, they were now like, oh, business cards. I was like, oh, okay. And then just so that I don't feel stupid, because I actually felt stupid for like 5 minutes. I was not like, oh, we call it complimentary cards in Nigeria.
Well,
I know you.
well.
What do you want to do?
People also call it business card in Nigeria. It's not like complimentary card is the only.
Well, I don't know. Maybe people call it business cards in Nigeria. But for me, I worked in a very formal environment, and I schooled like 7 years. Was it 7, 5, 6? Oh, 6 years. Studying law. And throughout my stay, we always said complimentary card. So it was new for me. Yeah. But I think I've gotten better now. I've stayed there for a while. I say things as expected these days. It's better than it used to be. Because my day is never complete without a hot chocolate. So this is usually how my day is most times. Sometimes I don't take the same bus, so I take a different route, but most times I end up getting back here at the subway, and then Alan just we go home together. This is already that time when we have longer nights and shorter days, right? Yeah, because like everywhere is already so dark and it's just past 7. So this means that we're getting closer to winter. So like most of you know, I immigrated from Nigeria to Canada a while back, and this has affected several aspects of my life. It's affected how I communicate with people, what I view life to be, and you know, it also affects me at my workplace. And I just thought I should share with you how I've been able to manage these challenges that I've come to face as a result of becoming an immigrant. The culture is different. It's different from everything I grew up to know. Another important thing is that English generally isn't my first language. So I'm from Nigeria, and even though the lingua franca is English language, I speak English as a result of colonialism, but it doesn't mean it's my first language, and this affects a lot of things. There are several things I'll share with you that have helped me so far. First one is that if English isn't your first language, don't worry, it's okay. As long as you can speak English, just keep talking and communicating slowly. Make sure you speak slowly and so that everyone can understand and listen to what you have to say. Secondly, you need to be aware of what's going on in the society. So you have to take into consideration what other people hold as their values, and you may have to make sure that you don't use words that could be detrimental to how someone else feels or how they perceive life to be. You have to always watch news and know what's going on in your environment and society so that you don't use the wrong words at the wrong time. The third one is something I call LAS. So it's LAS. L is for listen, A is for ask, and S is for summarize. So when you are told to do something at work, make sure you actually try to listen and understand you're being told, and then you need to ask questions, you know, to better understand what you're being told to do. And then you also have to summarize. So once this person has said something to you, you have to reiterate it, like just say back to the person what the person has said to you so that you're sure about what you're being told to do. And lastly, something that has helped me so much as an immigrant is to make sure that as much as possible when I'm sending out emails or, you know, writing in general, I make sure that I don't withhold any information. The reason for this is, as immigrants, you may be coming from a culture that expresses things differently. If you send out a written note or an email and you're withholding some information, or you're trying to make it short or summarize it, then you could, you know, not communicate correctly, and the other person on the end may not understand what you're actually saying. So try as much as possible to always give a detailed explanation of what you want to communicate across, and then that way they'll be able to read through it and really understand what exactly you're talking about. I hope these few points I've been able to share with you actually help you out there if you're an immigrant. I know it's not easy. I'm an immigrant. I know what I had to go through so far, but with these points, I'm sure you'll be able to do well with communicating everywhere around you. If you enjoyed this post, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video. I'm going to leave in the description box below some other posts I've written in the past that have to do with communication. I'll see you in my next video.